Hey guys, I might as well do an update on the nursery here, the palm nursery. And somebody did ask me a while back, how are the palms doing in the palm nursery here on the Gulf Islands? And we've been growing palm trees a long time, and hopefully this answers your question. Every one of these potted palms is thriving. We had a pretty good cold blast in late December that lasted 1 week here, and it wasn't as harsh as it was on the mainland. It was so much colder over there than where we are here. We're very close to the ocean, thank goodness. And I would say these palms are foolproof. Maybe not so foolproof in pots, because as you know, for those people that watch my videos, palms in pots are much less cold tolerant. So what I do in the wintertime, I try to mulch as many of these pots as I can with maple leaves. A lot of them didn't get mulched. I just didn't have enough leaves, and they still did good. And even the 5-gallon ones up there, they're perfectly fine. There's one I see that took a kicking. Everything else looks really good in there. But what really boggles my mind is these cold frames, which I'm going to show you in a minute. They're 2.5-inch liner-sized pots. Zero winter heat. Just had Lexan over top. But I'll tell you a funny story. So Wendy has 2 accommodations here, Magnolia Petal and Arbutus Blossom. And they're booked up, you know, right through the tourist season. And it was yesterday morning or the day before. We had a couple of guests here that live southeast of Vancouver, out kind of like in the Fraser Valley. And they wanted a garden tour. They came and knocked on the door. I was in the house and they said, oh, you know, thanks so much. We love your place. The gardens are amazing, and blah, blah, blah. People love to see the gardens here. That's why a lot of people come to these, our Wendy's accommodations. They want to see the exotic gardens. And people from all over the world stay here. They like palm trees and exotic plants. So I gave them a garden tour, and they're standing there looking at the palm trees. And the guy says to me, he says, so do you bring these in the winter, or do you protect them or something like that? And I said, no, there's no possible way I can bring the palm trees in the wintertime. Everything stays outside as it is. And remember, palms and pots should be mulched if you're going to have a brutally cold winter or even a bad freeze, because the smaller the pot, the more detrimental it is for the palm, because they can freeze faster. So all of these palms are fine. I gave them a slow release fertilizer in the spring, and they are growing like weeds. I just finished watering. I just weed eated the nursery. But what I'm going to show you is the ones in liner pots. Those technically should be dead because they're 2.5-inch liner-sized pots. I honestly thought they would be pomsicles, frozen dead. Last week of December here, it was pretty cold. The coldest temperature I recorded on our property was -8 degrees Celsius, and the mildest temperature was -6.6 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Fahrenheit in the upper garden. And it gets pretty cold down here too. It didn't quite get to -8 degrees Celsius down here. So let me grab this camera and I can just give you a little peek at what we grow here. So these are all palm trees, and there are different ecotypes in here. So there's Trachycarpus fortunei, Trachycarpus hybrids, and then some from other areas. I got some from out in the valley and stuff. So these are all our seed-grown palm trees, and they're looking pretty good. Look at how green they are. And the ones in the cold frames, it just blows me away that these suckers survived. And look at how nice they are. There's waggies in here too, pure Trachycarpus wagnerianus, all thriving, even those ones. And the only thing I put on them is the Lexan over there. 6 by 4-inch sheets of Lexan just sit on top of these 2x4s. Up here we have 5-gallon and 2-gallon Trachycarpus palms. And nursery's fine, the greenhouse is fine, and you can just see how many palms there are here, tons of them. There's 2-gallon ones here. Crocosmia is blooming. This is from South Africa, and those are 2 gallons. And then you can see the palm trees in here too. I'll show you the hybrids and the waggies. There's no shortage of palm trees here. We got one viewer out there who thinks they're fake. There's no way palm trees grow in Canada. Those got to be fake. Yeah, these are all plastic palm trees. All plastic palm trees. So ouch. There is a waggy. There's a pure Trachycarpus wagnerianus palm, flawless. And right there, pure Trachycarpus wagnerianus. And just like I say, it's full of palm trees in here. And in here, we're going to show you the hybrids. Hybrids are thriving too. So the hybrids are a cross between Trachycarpus fortunei and wagnerianus. None of our Trachycarpus palms were damaged. Small jubea and some of the little mule palms took a kicking. Well, the jubeas died. It was small. And parajubea not looking so good. Experimental, of course, but one of our phoenix in the ground survived and pushing out spears, which is pretty amazing. And all the bigger ones are fine too, because I put them in the tiki hut. So we'll go look at some of the other ones, and I'll show you some Zone 8A Trachycarpus palms. They're everywhere, even the seedlings. There are thousands of palm trees here on our property. So no, we can never ever bring these inside the house. They wouldn't like it in the house anyway. I think maybe these are some of the toughest palms around right here. So that's what our palm nursery is looking like. And 1 gallon here, Trachycarpus palms, thriving. There's tons of them in the ground there. Then there's sable minor here. Then there's Zone 8A palms back there, just like this, just like that all winter. And then there's a bunch of 2 gallon palms here, right there. Those are 2 gallon Trachycarpus palms. And then here I think we have some hybrids. Let's just see. What do we have here? Trachycarpus Tequil cross Fortunae. Tequil, supposedly Tequil. And Zone 8A Trachys. Okay. And then we have all the, we have more palms in here too. These are all palm trees. Like I said, no shortage of palm trees here on our property. And hopefully that answers your question. Somebody wanted an update or just asked me how they're doing. They're actually thriving. Doing very good. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, plant a palm, you can't grow wrong. And if you're here on Salt Spring Island, drop me a line, drop me a message. And if I'm around, get that message. I can show you what we grow here in our garden on the balmy, palmy north end of the island. Cheers. And we are, yes, in Canada. We are in an island in Canada. Cheers. Oh, there's some B&B guests right there. Pulling in. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers.